So let's talk about the triangle: AJ, Fury, Wilder. Do we
Okay.
feel that we see AJ versus Wilder or AJ versus Fury? Me personally, I feel like the Fury fight is more important in the eyes of AJ. I think AJ, they have a history. Uh, Fury talked about the old sparring story where Anthony Joshua roughed him up. So I think it's only right that they get it on. And if you look at
Well,
Fury versus Wilder, I feel like Fury has a lot more left in the reserve tank. Whereas Wilder in his last fight, it's like any second now, he fights another puncher, he's gonna get laid out.
well, Fury and AJ, of course, is that classic Battle of Britain. And, the British boxing public are either supporting of one and hating the other or vice versa. So it would sell out Wembley Stadium. It would be a 90,000 plus kind of audience. Um, Ironically, in a way, because I think that Fury might win against AJ, I think that Fury has never wanted any of the AJ smoke. And I think AJ has been the one who has always been doing the running to try and get Fury into the ring. The only time that Fury seemed interested in fighting AJ is when AJ was coming off a loss to Andy Ruiz, I guess. Will we see that fight? Well, Fury says he wants to come back to fight Usyk. But if Usyk loses to Dubois, there has to be a rematch. And if Usyk beats Dubois, really, I think there are better, more deserving candidates like Ajit Kabayel and Joseph Parker for a shot at Usyk.
Absolutely.
I think the money fight has to be AJ and Fury. I would like to see AJ fight Wilder, just to draw a line under the era, but a period at the end of the sentence, if you like. AJ and Wilder, my God, it's whoever lands first.
Yeah, I feel the
Uh,
same way. Yeah,
I'll go with AJ as almost a coin toss. But Bean, I agree with you. Wilder, I'd like to see Wilder retire. He doesn't owe anybody anything. I think he's risking his health continuing. It's a little bit sad. It's a story we've seen in boxing as long as boxing has been around.
absolutely. Yeah, because when I saw his last performance, I'm like,
Uh,
he just don't have it. When you really only have one major weapon, which is your right hand, and you have a lot of heart. But other
yeah,
than that, that'll only take you so far. And
yeah.
provided he was limited, he started boxing late, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, you know, and uh you can't instill something in a fighter if they're not willing to want to learn. I feel like Wilder believed in his power so much, he kind of abandoned the basic fundamentals. Like, why do all this when I have a right hand? And if it lands, I'm going to end the night.
Well, there's two things that come to mind. One is Wilder's been boxing for the last 20 something years. I'm still
Yes.
surprised that he looks so untrained in a way.
Yes.
Um, and, and secondly, that power, it's not like he was heavy handed like George Foreman against Michael Moorer, heavy hands. Wilder is fast twitch muscle. It's like a whip, and
Yeah.
he's lost that bit of
Mm-hmm.
speed. So that hand, when it lands, and it did land against Herndon
Herndon.
a couple of
Yeah.
times, but it
Mm-hmm.
was no longer that snap. It was
Yeah.
it was almost like slow motion, and it doesn't have the same impact effect.
There it
So
is.
I'm
Yep.
with you. I
Yeah.
think I think Deontay should just take it easy, look after his family. He's got millions and millions of dollars. Enjoy retirement.
Yeah. I mean, in a sense, he reminds me of a heavyweight version to an extent of Tommy the Hitman Hearns. Kind
Yeah.
of tall, lanky, real slim build, but like you said, they had that twitch muscle fibers, and it was so fast. When they came with it, it was like a cannon or some heavy object on the end of a chain that
Yeah.
swinging towards you with all that velocity on the end of it and that power and that momentum. It causes a lot of damage, and I think that's how Wilder was able to go as far as he did in the
Yeah.
heavyweight
And he was
division.
very well managed.
He was, yeah, he was.
Yeah. Like if you analyze, well, if you analyze his resume, and for that matter, Fury's resume, yeah, we're not talking of real deep resumes here.
Right, for sure. And I have been critical myself of the resumes. Now, hypothetically speaking, should we get Fury versus AJ, what would be your prediction, or how does it play out?
Well, I think really it will come down to mental toughness more than anything. If AJ can get his head correct, then I would expect AJ to be the fitter, the stronger, and the harder punching of the two boxers. Fury has still probably got better movement, better ring IQ, better ring generalship, and undoubtedly far better powers of recovery. What I'm saying is, if AJ puts Fury down, Fury might get up. If AJ goes down, AJ seems to have a very poor level of recovery. It seems to take almost a round or two for him to shake the cobwebs. So I would if they fought, I would say 55-45 in favor of Fury. But will they fight? Who knows? Tyson Fury probably doesn't know either.
Yeah. Somebody put a comment. Shout outs to the Boxing Source. He does a podcast. He said it's not that he can learn new tricks. Wilder should have been able to flatten Herndon in Kansas. There wasn't a definitive knockdown in that fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, given the
agree.
level of opposition, Wilder should have destroyed Herndon inside a round, right?
For sure. I would think so. No more than 2 rounds. So I think the ship has sailed when it comes to Wilder. But
Yeah.
we'll see what he and his management is going to do next.
But God bless him. He did really well given the talents he had. He made the absolute most out of them, and he entertained a lot of people. And personally, I want to see more American heavyweights. I grew up watching American heavyweights. I'm tired of all the heavyweights coming out of Europe and Britain. I want to see some more American heavyweights. And where are they?
Yeah, hopefully, in due time, somebody will start to surface in the heavyweight division out of America, and we don't have to resort to Big Baby Miller. He's just a lot of he's just a character, and he has a whole lot to say.
Yeah, he sure has a lot to say.